I would like to express my anger to the actions of Russia. I think Putin is really a crazy person. Now he threatens to use nuclear weapons. That's really nonsense. A big guy, invades a small country. Why should they use nuclear weapons? That's really nonsense. And I'm quite sure if he gonna do that, he will be in bigger trouble. So anyway, and the situation of Ukraine is the same as our situation. So we should pay attention to the conflicts there, and also, do our best, whatever you can, to support on social media. I don't quite expect you to do anything at this moment, but on social media should do something to support Ukraine. And Ukrainian people, they are really brave, particularly the president. Zelensky, some people tease him, he is a comedian. But if you look at him, he's willing to sacrifice for his country. That is really beyond our appreciation of that, because it's really beyond words. Anyway, okay, first of all, last week we discussed the final, so we will continue the discussion of our final. And this time we talk about, substitution effect is always negative. I would like to give you some further elaboration of that. So, for example, okay, this is goes X, this is goes Y, and this is the budget line. Okay? And now we assume that this good X, okay, the price of X becomes cheaper. Okay, when it becomes cheaper, it looks like that. And so we have two equilibrium points. The first one is here, the second one is here. So this is point 1, equilibrium 1, point 2, equilibrium 2. And if you remember that, last semester we say if you want to deal with the situation here, you have to draw another budget line. And this budget line should be parallel to the new budget line and tangent to the indifference curve. Okay, so can anyone tell me why it should the new budget line should be tangent to the indifference curve? 林玉祥 here. Okay, so why? The new budget line has to be tangent to the original budget line. Why? 黄奕轩 The new budget line should be tangent to the indifference curve. Why? 高嘉业 Why the new budget? So winter break is so short, but you forgot it all. 谢金佑 Why? 谢金佑 No idea. Okay, the new budget line, okay, should be tangent to the indifference curve and parallel to the new budget line. Okay, why? Because we want to make sure that the income is the same, right? If we want to find out substitution effect, the income must be the same. And there are two ways to say income is the same. One is by Slutsky, and the other one is by Hicks. The Hicks approach is that if you remain at the same satisfaction level, okay, remain at the same satisfaction level, that is tangent to the indifference curve, the same satisfaction level, right? If it is like that, we say the income is the same. So to measure substitution effect, the price is different, right? The price is here, okay, the higher price and then the lower price, right? So the price is different, but income has to be the same. Okay, and when we talk about income effect, right? When we talk about income effect, what has to be the same? Okay? Wang Yishen, when we measure income effect, what has to be the same? 红感现 not here, right? Okay, what has to be the same? If we want to measure income effect. So if we want to measure income effect, income has to be different, right? So that there's income difference. So you see how much you buy, how much more or how much less. But then price has to be the same, okay? So here we say substitution effect is always negative. So here price goes down, right? Price goes down, you always buy more. So this is substitution effect. And because in this case, good X is a normal good. So as income goes up, you buy more. Okay? So let's do the other way around. So let us say it is X, it is Y, and then this is the original price, and when we say price goes up, okay? So what you're gonna do? You have the same thing, but you know the order is a little bit different. You have 1.1 here, 0.2 here, in difference curve 1, in difference curve 2, okay? And the same thing, you have to draw a new budget line. This budget line should be tangent to the original difference curve, but parallel to the new budget line. And so it is something like this. So this 0.3. So can you see that? Price goes down, you buy more, right? Price goes up, you buy less. So substitution effect is always negative. Okay, good. Questions? Question 15. So Falaya, not here. Falaya, no. Anyway, Ye Yifang. Okay, question 15. Please read it.
For a lender, if increase, A.
Consumption.
Consumption will go up. B. Consumption will go down. C. SD will make consumptions go up.
Consumption. I.e. income effect.
Income effect will make consumption go up. B. A and Z.
So which one? He's a lender, right? Okay, so Ye Yifang, he's a lender. So if interest rate increases, what about his income? If he's a lender, right? He lends money to others. So interest rate goes up, what happened to his income? More or less? More, okay? But you know, the point is, even though he got increase in income, it's not necessarily that he will consume more. Why? Because interest rate goes up, the opportunity cost for consumption also goes up, right? So even though his income may go up, so he may consume more, but you know the opportunity cost for consume also goes up, so he may consume less. So really, we have no idea that you know it will always go up or go down, but you know income effect will make his consumption go up, right? So the answer is D. Okay, question 16. Zheng Yilin. Yes.
If the interest rate for borrowing is higher than that of saving, then the slope of the budget line will be A. Steeper on top and flatter on the bottom. B. Steeper on the bottom and flatter on top. C. The same. D. Shift out. E. Shift in.
Okay, so which one? Okay, let's draw the picture. So we have this person, period income. The income at period 1 is Y1, and the income at period 2 is Y2. Okay, now the question is, so the interest rate for borrowing, okay? Borrowing, so which one? So let me just put the dotted line first, okay? Let me put down something like this, okay? So Zheng Yilin, which section he is borrowing? This person is borrowing. Which section? This one or this one? This one, right? Because if the consumption is more than income, he is borrowing money. Okay? And you know, everyone almost have we have savings account, right? So if you have savings account, of course you get interest payment from the bank, but it is more or less in comparison to your borrowing. If you borrow, of course you have to pay more, right? So here you will be higher, okay? Something like this. And for the saving, of course you get less from the bank, because how does the bank make money? They charge you more than what they give you, right? They charge you more than what they give you. So it will be something like this, okay? So, when we discuss intertemporal consumption, we usually draw the budget line like this. But suppose the borrowing rate and the lending rate is the same, is different, then it will be something like this. Okay, so the answer is B. Okay, the answer, questions, is B. Okay, so it will be steeper on the bottom part. Okay, steeper on the bottom part and flatter on the upper part. Okay. Okay, question 17. Jin Sendao, are you here? So were you here last semester? No. Okay, so Huang Xiuhui. Question 17. Okay, yeah, sure. X equals
20
minus
2x and uy equal 40 minus 8y ps equal to and py equal 4. The income is 24. Then the
optimal.
output consumption is a s equal 10, y equal 5, b s equal 6, y equal 3, c s equal 5, y equal 10, and 2 s equal 8, y equal 4, e s equal 5, y equal 5.
So how to deal with it? What is the condition to solve this problem? Because you need to have per dollar spent. Okay, the marginal utility from per dollar spent is the same. So you have MUX over PX is equal to MUY over PY, right? So you have 20 minus 2x. How much is PX? PX is equal to 2. And here you have 40 minus 8y is equal to 4, right? So we get 10 minus x equal to 20 minus 2y, okay? So then, how are you going to deal with it? So we move this to the other side, right? So x is equal to minus 10, right? 20 moved to this side, it is minus 10 and plus 2y, okay? And you have px times x plus py times y is equal to m, right? Income. How much is the income? 24, okay? And how much is the price? Px equal to, okay, 2x plus 4y is equal to 24, okay? So then you have x plus 2y is equal to 12, okay? So it means minus 10 plus 2y plus 2y is equal to 12. So 4y is equal to 22. What? Do I get it wrong somewhere? Oh. So what happened? Anyway. It's here, right? It is 10. Okay? It is 10 here. So x is equal to 2y, right? X is equal to 2y, okay? So x plus 2y is equal to 12, and 4y is equal to 12, so y is equal to 3, and then x, do I get anyway, what's the answer? Okay, I got it right. Anyway, so here y is equal to 3, okay, and then how much is x? Because x is equal to y, right? So x equal to 6, y equal to 3. So we get it. So the answer is B. Okay? Okay, question 18. This one should be easy. I believe everyone can do it. So, 御花园. Okay. Read the question.
The membership fee for
Costco.
in NT 2,500.
Okay.
Members can enjoy 20% discount. Who should join? A. Everyone. B. Those with 10,000 annual purchase.
Annual.
Annual purchase. C. Those with NT 10,000 annual purchase. D. Those with
Those.
lows.
You see those.
Low
Go ahead.
with NT 8,000. E. No one should join.
Okay, so what's your answer? What's your answer? Okay, Wang Xiuhui, what's the answer? What is the reasoning? Because this is the membership you pay, right? This is the fee you pay. If your purchase is not more than if your purchase, because you join that to get discount, right? And if your purchase is less than, for the discount you get is less than your membership fee, why should you join, right? Okay, so the answer, question 18, the answer is C, because in this case, his purchase, okay, the discount he gets from his purchase is more than the membership fee, right? So how much is this? This is going to be $20,000, right? $20,000. And how much is the membership fee? Just $2,500, okay? So the question 18, the answer is C. Question 19. Yuhuayuan. Sorry. Liu Yunxiang. Question 19. Yes, read it.
When the government cuts
Tax.
A. People will always work more. B. People will always work less. C. This is the demand side economic policy. D. The substitution effect will make people work more. E. None of the above.
Which one? So, Liu Yunxiang, first tell me, what happens when government cuts tax? When governments cut tax, right? What happened? Your income goes up or down? Your income goes up or down? Goes up, right? If your income goes up, substitution effect, right? Because, so let us say the tax rate, okay? Let us say the tax rate is 20%. So you get 80% of your income, right? And if now government cuts the tax rate to 15%, so now the income you can keep in your pocket is 85%, right? And so because of that, the opportunity cost for you to take a day off is going up. So substitution effect is going up, right? But tax cut also gives you what? Income effect, right? Your income effect gonna give you more incentive to take a rest because now you get more money, right? And so question 19. So people will always work more. A, is it right? No, because you have substitution effect and income effect. Second one, people will always work less. That's also not true, right? Because you have two effects, substitution effect, income effect. And in the class we talk about this is supply side policy, okay, not the demand side. And then question D say the substitution effect will make people to work more. Is that right? Yes. Okay? Okay, for some of you not in this class, TP means total production. Okay, TP means total production. 张志伟 question 20.
When TP reaches its maximum, A, MP is at its maximum. B, AP is at its maximum. C, MC is at its minimum. 2, AC is at its minimum. E, none of the above.
So which one? Later on we're gonna talk about it again. So we are going to talk about production, right? If you want to produce something, you need to have input. So let us assume the input is labor, right? And here is quantity, so total production looks like that. Okay, so TP. And when it is at the maximum, what happened? Actually, the marginal product is equal to 0, right? And so at this point, marginal product is equal to 0. And what about MC? MC will be very huge. Remember that? Because MP and MC is in the opposite direction. And so here, MC is at actually its maximum, and MP is at a minimum. And what about AP? AP actually, it is, sorry, you're gonna look something like that, but anyway, this is not the case, okay? And question D, answer D say AC is at its minimum. So none of this is right. So the answer is E, okay? The answer is E. Okay, 21. Okay, 21. 卢耀祥 21.
Which of the following is a more sensible
Scenario.
scenario for a firm? A. Increase return to scale. B. Decreasing return to scale. C. Constant return for scale.
To scale.
To scale. Decreasing B. Decreasing cost. E. All of the above.
Okay, so we're gonna have a review because later in this hour we're gonna discuss this concept again. Okay, so what is the increasing cost, decreasing cost, and constant cost? Returns to scale. So you have production function. FLK is equal to Q. Okay, suppose this is the production function, and what increasing returns to scale, constant returns to scale, and decreasing returns to scale is comparison. Suppose that you increase your labor and capital by the same proportion. Okay, remember this is the premise. You have to increase labor and capital in the same proportion. So you have F T times L T times K, and then comparison with TQ. So let us say if you double your labor, double your capital, and then your production level is more than double, so that would be called increasing return to scale. If it's equal, that is called constant return to scale. If it is less than, it is decreasing return to scale. So the question is, there are three situations like this. Which one is more sensible? Okay, so let us say, if you double it, okay, if you double it, and your production level is actually more than double, okay, you remember, more than double. What happened? Because in this case, what should you do? If you double your input, your output more than double. So what does that mean? That means you should continue to expand. So not only you should double, you should quadruple 4 times, 8 times, 16 times, 32 times, even more, right? So what does that mean? That means this company will grow big, 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 and really big, right? Does it make sense? Doesn't quite make sense, because if this is true, there will be only one firm left, okay? And probably you're gonna expand beyond the Earth and to Mars, to the moon, whatever place, okay? And suppose it's like that. If you double it, you get less than double, okay? Remember, if you double your labor, double your capital, and what you get is less than double, what does that mean? That means you pay more to get less, right? You pay more to get less. If you pay more to get less, in terms of economics, we say marginal product is decreasing, right? So if you produce more, marginal product is decreasing. So in this case, you should produce less. If you produce less, then you can get more, right? And so in this case, what does that mean? You should continue to shrink your operation. So your company will become smaller, smaller, and smaller until it's gone. So it doesn't make sense. So this one is more sensible, constant returns to scale. Okay, so the question 21, the answer is C. Okay, question 22 should be an easy question. So Huang Yishen here. Okay, Huang Yishen, 22.
Is MPK
Divided or over MPL.
over MPL?
Greater than.
Yeah.
So MPK over MPL greater than R over W, right? Okay, so in this case, what should you do? We rearrange it, right? If we rearrange it, what you get? MPK over R greater than MPL over W, right? So that means the money you spend on capital is higher. I mean, the marginal product you get from the money you spend on capital is better than the money you spend on labor, right? Because here, per dollar, you get more marginal product. Here, you get less. So what should you do? Use more capital. Okay, good. Question 23. Cao Jianye.
The production function of a firm is y equal
L to 0.5 power.
L to 0.5 k to 0.5. If k and l are increased by 4 times, how much will be the increase in production?
Okay.
8.
Okay. So you plug. Here is L, right? You plug in 4L, and you K, right? Plug in 4K. So what you get? You get 4. Okay. Question 24. Wu Zhiting. 24.
Which of the following shows increasing returns of scale? A Q equal K.
Which one? Okay, the point is the exponent here, okay, the exponent. If the exponent here and here, if it is less than 1, it is decreasing returns. If it is equal to 1, it's constant returns to scale. And here is this one, 1/2 plus 2/3. If you add these two together, what you get? You get more than 1. So here it is the increasing returns to scale. Okay? And okay, question 25. 郑怡玲 25. Read it.
If production function is
F of
f of L a equal to L plus k, the price of L is $2 and the price of k is 3. When the production level is 10, what is the actual cost of production?
Okay, hold on. Wu Ziting, have you studied calculus? Have you taken calculus? What is calculus? 林玉祥, what's calculus? You have taken it?
这题看
Yeah, yes. Yes or no?
上一而已。
That's good. That's enough. So, because just want to make sure you know what's going on here. So, first of all, if you want to know, I mean, we just talked about it, right? So, basically, in equilibrium, NPK divided by the price of capital is R is equal to NPL divided by the price of labor plus W, right? So here, when you solve for a production problem, which one is the equilibrium? Basically, that's the formula you use, okay? And so can you tell me what is NPL here, in this case, question 25, what's NPL? What's NPL? Right. Tell me a number. In this case, what's NPL? You have no idea? You forgot your calculus? All of you, you better review calculus, because when we want to solve for equilibrium, the production level, the price of a perfect competitive firms or a monopolistic firm, you need this. So, 卢佑祥, what is NPL? No idea? 谢金佑 2, okay? Why? NPL, this is production function, right? Total product, right? Total product. And if you want to solve for NPL, right? You differentiate by L. So if you differentiate by L, with respect to L, what you get? 2, right? So here it is 2, and how much is the price of L? 2, right? Okay? And so what's NPK?
1.
1. Okay, good, because K is here, right? And what's the price of K? 3. So what does that mean? That means the marginal product you get, okay, per dollar spent on L is much better than capital, right? So what should you do? In this production, you should use L or K. More L, it should be OL. OL. Nothing capital, right? Because in this case, if you spend $1 on labor, you get 1 unit of marginal product. If you spend $1 on capital, how much you get? Only 1/3, right? So how should you allocate the resources here? You should use all labor, no capital. Okay? So you get it? So in this case, if the production level is equal to 10, okay, so 10 is here, right? 10 is equal to 2L plus K. But as a matter of fact, the reasoning here tells you you should not use K. You should use capital. So the capital you should use labor, not capital, right? And so how many units of labor you're going to use? You're going to use 5. And per unit price is 2. So what's the cost? The cost is 8. Okay? So make sure that you review your calculus, okay? Because in when we talk about perfect competition and monopolistic behaviors, we all need calculus. Okay, let's have a brief review of what we have done. So theory of production and costs, okay? First of all, a firm, what's the purpose of a firm? A firm uses inputs. It could be labor, it could be capital, and with technology, okay, to get organization, a firm, and to engage in production. And so how does a firm survive? A firm needs to make profit. And so they have to measure how much labor, how much capital, and anything else, and to produce something consumers like, okay, to make a profit out of it. So here it is the, okay, so how to choose a combination of inputs to minimize the cost. And if a firm minimizes the cost, then it will maximize the profit. And then there are two differences. One is short run, what's wrong, and the other is long run. Can anyone still, remember what's long run and short run? 叶一方, what's long run? Long run? Excuse me? No fixed costs. Okay? Every input is variable. Okay? In the long run, all inputs are variable. In the short run, there could be some fixed inputs. For example, we talk about this capital, rent, and etc. Okay. So, this is a little bit controversial because some people say, a firm is not there to just make money. Okay? For example, now it is almost like a fashion, okay? And everyone in the stock market talk about this. It's called ESG, okay? So what is ESG? 金正岛. What is ESG? No idea. 王秀慧, ESG. Yes, environment, social, and governance. So, people want companies to do good things to the environment, right? And also to be socially responsible. And of course, they have to have very good corporate governance to make sure that, whatever they do is, conform to certain norms that, people accept. But really, if you want to be nice to the environment, okay, you need to have resources. So if a company does not make money, necessarily they won't do this. And even a company that, they make money, sometimes they want to make more. And so they pollute the environment, okay? If you read newspaper just a few days ago, Lake Sun Moon. People say, Sun Moon Lake. But anyway, so Wang Xiaowei, what's Salmon Lake? Because usually, for example, there's a very famous lake in California. It's called Lake Tahoe. But you know, Taiwanese, the way to say that Salmon Lake, but it should be Lake Salmon. Okay, where is Salmon Lake? Right, exactly. So the story is, you know, there's a pollution along the lake. What happened? A hotel dumped some garbage down there. Okay, why? They want to make more money. Okay, but of course it's illegal. Okay, I mean the issue is different because if you dump garbage to the lake, to the water, it's simply illegal. Okay, but anyway, it is just a story telling you that, you know, a lot of companies want to save money on those things to make more money. And I'm not sure about, you know, the English title of the company, but this company is very famous in Kaohsiung. It is called Ziyue Guang, right? What happened? They dump garbage. I mean, they dump, you know, untreated water, okay, into the river, okay. And who caught it? How was it revealed? Remember that? There's one famous movie called 看见台湾, right? So then people realize that this company, okay, they make money, but they don't follow the rule. But anyway, I must tell you that this is all illegal, okay? If you, I mean, in Taiwan, in America, in a lot of places, you know, environmental conscious people and countries, you cannot do that. But other than that, okay, you know, people really, when they have a company or even school, right, they just want to make more money. So, Wu Zhining, have you been in a private school? Do you know a private school? No. Okay, let me briefly tell you. If you attend a school, the best one is public school in Taiwan, right? Why? The dormitory is much bigger, right? The classroom is bigger, okay? Why? Because a public school is subsidized by the government, and so they do not pay that much attention to cost. But if you go to a private school, what happens? It's smaller, right? For the dorm, for your classroom, for the campus, okay? So profit maximization, in my opinion, it still applies, okay? And if you want to be environmental friendly, if you don't have money, you know, how can you deal with it, okay? There are many other examples. For example, BMW, right? BMW. What's it, Jinshenda, what's anything special about BMW? It has a lot of power, right? Okay, it has a lot of power, and it's very comfortable, and it's big, right? Okay, but what happened? It consumes a lot of energy, right? It consumes a lot of energy, but people are now pay attention to your carbon footprint, right? So, Jinshenda, is BMW environmental friendly? Is it or is it not? Excuse me? It's not, right? Because if you want to be comfortable and more power, right, you consume more gasoline, and then it pollutes more. And when the European Union, they want to impose a limit on emission. So, Wu Zhiting, what's emission? What is emission? Excuse me? Emission is not mission. Right. Okay? Because it consumes more gasoline, of course it put out more emission. Okay? And so is it friendly? No, it's not. Right? And when the European Union wants to put a limit on their emission, they protest. They say no, because if you put such a limit on our cars, we won't be able to survive. So this is another example telling you that, okay, a lot of companies, they are not really that socially responsible than you imagine, okay? Okay, let's go on. Oh, sorry, time is up. Let's take a break.